Hey everyone, today we will discuss objects in JavaScript. So, what is an object? An object holds values with names. Think about a person. A person has name, age, city. Those are not just a list, each one has a label. That is exactly what an object is, labels and values together. For example, we have this object person in which each label is called key and corresponding value is called value. So name is a key and John is its value. When we open the curly braces, inside we write key, colon, value separated by commas. That's it. This is called object literal and it is what you will use almost every time. Now to access a value, we have two ways. The first way is the dot way, which is the most common one. In this example, we can access the property name by using dot, and the other way is using bracket. The bracket way needs the key in quotes, for example, person, square bracket, and the name of the property. And if we run this program, we will get John and his age. Now to change its value, we point to its key and give it new value. For example, we are now pointing to its age and updating it to 26. Now the age will be 26 instead of 25. For the case the key does not exist yet, assigning to it just adds it. For example, initially we don't had hello key, but we assigned a value to hello, so it will add hello as a key to the object person and we will get the object person with updated key hello. Now to remove a key, we just use keyword delete. For example, we want to delete the key hello from the object, then we can use delete keyword and it will delete the hello property from the object and we get our object with hello removed. Sometimes we want to know if a key is there before and use it. The simplest way is to use in operator. So in operator asks a yes or no question. Is this key in object? If that's true, then it will print true, else it will print false. In our case, we have the name property, so it will print true, but we don't have a salary property in our object, then it will print false. A value in an object can also be a function. When a function lives inside object, it is called method. In this example, we have one value as a function. And if we console log that, we get our console log, hi, I am. Next, we have nested object. A nested object is an object which can hold another object inside it. So this is the example of nested object. To reach a value deep inside, we just chain the dots. User.address gives us the inner object and then city gives us the city. Now we have object keys. So object keys gives us all the keys of an object as an array. As you can see that I have used object keys on person, then I will get all the keys that are present in this object. And if I run this, I get all the properties as an array. Similarly, we have object values. Object value gives us all the values as an array. So this gives us the array of all the values, which is John, 26 and Delhi respectively. And another function we have is Object.entries, which gives us both as pairs. It gives us the array with key and value pairs as an array. So each pair is a small array with key first and value second. Next we have Object.assign. Object.assign copies property from one object to another. Here we start with an empty object, then it copies everything from A and B into it. So we get both together in one single object. Next we have Shorthand Properties. When your variable name is same as the key, there is a shortcut. Notice that writing name colon name feels repetitive. So JavaScript lets us shorten it. So instead of writing it repeatedly, we just write the name of the variables and corresponding keys will be automatically handled by JavaScript. So output of this will be name as key, John as value, age as key, 25 as value. So keep in mind if the key and variable have same name, just write it once. Same result, less typing. So next we have computed property names. Sometimes the key itself comes from a variable. We just put it in the square brackets. The brackets tell JavaScript to use the value inside key as the actual key. So instead of key literally called key, we just get scores. And I get the object with key score. Next we have object freeze. So object freeze locks an object so it cannot be changed. In this example, since we used freeze on object person, if we try to change the name to Mike, the change is simply ignored. This is useful when you want to protect data from being changed accidentally. So this is it for this video. Thank you for watching.